Microsoft Word, Chapter 5, Projects 2A and 2B, using click and type in 2A, or as I like to call it, something that's only useful for people who don't know what they're doing. You know what you're doing, so this is not going to be particularly useful for you, but for people who don't know how to use Microsoft Word, this is actually a really handy thing. Okay, so you need a blank document. Okay, Control N. Position the I-beam pointer between the left and the right margins at about 3.25 inches. Okay? And let's see, the top of the vertical ruler, so right about here. Now, do you see what's following my I-beam pointer? That is, look at, they match these, right? So if I pull it over here, we're right. If I pull it over here, we're left. Do you see how it's matching the alignment? And this is centered. So just guess, you're just guesstimating, and then go ahead and double click. Okay? Now, it's kind of strange, but anyways. What we're going to do is we're going to type the text, just the centered text that's down here in figure 5.5, and you have to use your shift enter between lines, okay? So go ahead and type in supervisory training through 3:30 p.m. Okay? Okay, you got it all typed in. Were you like me? Did you forget to do shift enter sometimes and have to go back and, fix it? It's okay. I did too. All right, step number 2. Change to right alignment by completing the following steps. Position the I-beam pointer near the right margin at approximately the 1-inch mark on the vertical ruler. Again, you're just guessing. Okay, it's okay. But you want to watch and you want to make sure that your I-beam pointer, stop it, is showing something, thank you, the right alignment. It's driving me crazy. You see how much I love this? Okay, so we don't want it to be left aligned, we want it to be right aligned. I got it, right there. Then you double click, and remember we can fix this if it's not in the exact right spot, okay? Now, type the right aligned text shown in figure 5-5, making sure that you press shift enter to end the first line. Okay, so we've got in Cell Systems. All right, step number 3. Select the centered text. All right, select our centered text. And change the font to 14-point Kandara Bold. 14. And we want Kandara. And we want bold. Right? And make your line spacing double. Okay? For me, the easiest way to do double line spacing is Control 2. It's fast, but you can do it whichever way you like. Select the right aligned text and change the font to 10-point Kandara Bold. Okay, go ahead and save. And we are ready to go on to 2B. So go ahead and flip over to 2B. Now, this next part, vertically centering text, is absolutely something you have to learn how to do. It's actually something that if you don't know how to do it correctly, it's really difficult and it makes a mess. So this one I actually want you to pay attention to. The click and type, it's kind of silly. I don't like it because you've taken a Word class now, you know how to do things correctly. But this one, really important. All right. So we're going to go to our Layout tab. And then we are going to use our Page Setup Dialog Box Launcher. You have to launch your Page Setup Dialog Box for this one. Okay, you have to be on your Layout tab. Okay, so we went to our Page Setup Dialog Box, we switched to our Layout tab, and then right down here, see where it says Page Vertical Alignment and it defaults to top? I want you to hit that down pointing arrow and I want you to select Center. Okay, then go ahead and hit OK, and that is perfect. And it's going to sound silly, like, oh, that's not hard. It actually is really, really hard to perfectly center your text between the top and the bottom margin. And so what people do is they put in strokes of the Enter key and they try and force it up and down and just eyeball it. And you'll never get it right that way. This is the only way to perfectly center between your top and your bottom margin. And it's really important, so I definitely want to go over that again. It's your Layout tab, Page Setup, launch your dialog box launcher, click to your layout tab because it's not usually on there, it's usually on margins. And then about halfway down it says page, vertical alignment, center, OK. All right, so you probably want to try that a couple of times because that's something you need to know for the future. All right, you're ready to save this and move on to your next video.